Hello, everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. In the last episode, we launched our assault on Castrum Meridianum, smashing our way through that dungeon and getting to the Praetorium, knocking down the shield, and we are now ready to attack the Praetorium, locate the ultimate weapon, and destroy it. So, that is what we're going to be doing next. Now, before we go on with that, just wanted to kind of say something here, because after the previous dungeon run, I kind of wanted to give a couple of tips here, because I was a little critical over how some of the other players on the team were playing, particularly the other tank. So I just want to kind of give a couple of tips, as I said. One thing is that if you're new to a role, or new to a dungeon, probably a good idea to watch a video on the dungeon before you run it, so that you know how the dungeon is typically run. Also, if you're in a two-tank situation, because through most of this game up to this point, we've just been doing 4-man dungeon content, so only a single tank. In these dungeons, which are 8-man, they have 2 tanks, and so usually you'll have a main tank and an off tank, and typically this won't be communicated at the start of the dungeon run. Usually whichever tank takes the initiative to begin pulling and attack the boss first is the one that is going to be main tanking. But during the course of a boss fight, in particular, is that you need to keep an eye on who the boss is attacking. If the boss is not attacking you, right? So you are not on the top of the boss's threat list, then you are the off tank. And if ads spawn while you are the off tank, the ads are your responsibility. So make sure that you grab whatever ads come out and keep them off the healers, because the healers die, everybody dies. So, again, just a little bit of situational awareness if you're playing as a tank, and you won't have the other tank on the team getting salty at you. So, just wanted to put that out there. Alright. So, we're going to go ahead, we're going to queue in for Praetorium, which is another one of these 8-mans. And I actually did a little bit of a test run because I was a little bit confused. Well, I was expecting to be able to actually skip the cutscenes in the last dungeon, but I wasn't able to. So I wanted to check and make sure that Praetorium was the same way, and Praetorium is the same way. The cutscenes are unskippable. The dialogue is unskippable. They go through on a timer, so we won't have to worry about that. So, let's go ahead and fire up Praetorium. Duty Finder. Duty Roulette main scenario. Oh, okay. There we go. With the Magitech field now out of commission, the path to the ultimate weapon lies open. While the immortal flames sweep Castrum Meridianum and suppress the remnants of the enemy garrison, you and your comrades must fight your way to the innermost sector of the Praetorium, there to locate and destroy the ultimate weapon. Since airship the Enterprise will bear you to the stage of the final confrontation. Alright, let's join up. And we'll see if it pops immediately, which it doesn't look like it is going to. Alright, again, I'll go ahead and pause it, and be back in a sec. Alright, looks like we are ready to go. Let's go ahead and commence. So here we are. The ultimate weapon will almost certainly be housed in the depths of the complex. This is it, my friend. We've got an interesting assortment of characters. Now, I'm not exactly sure how they're going to want to run this. So I'm probably just going to follow the other tank right now. Oh yeah, okay, they're all running through, so just ignore the mobs, hit the terminal. I'll wait till everybody gets through. So right now, I'm letting the other tank, Eorzea, be main. Alright, we gotta knock these guys out because we need to get they drop a key which we need to get through the next terminal. We are missing a person. That is strange. Alright, we're probably just going to run through these guys. Okay, yeah, so this character is a Dark Knight. Alright, we're just going to run through them because there's a terminal up ahead. Right over there. Let me see if I can take some heat. Alright, I got some heat. Use a transporter. Did the other tank die? I guess they did. Alright, so these guys are gonna go down. Looks like I have hate. This one's healing itself. Alright, so there we go. First boss chamber. Gaius! Ah, Sid, my boy, you are late. There is something I always meant to tell you, but the time never seemed right. It concerns your father. What of him? In the winter of his years, Midas came to abhor his partner Meteor. He told me that he wanted nothing more than to wash his hands of the whole sordid business. That's probably actually Midas. But he did not wash his hands of it. He helmed the project until the day it killed him. Come now, Sid. You must know that he did not have the luxury of choice. By the time he realized his error, it was too late. Meteor had him completely in its thrall. Shortly before his transformation, mayhap sensing that something was amiss, your father confided to me all the regrets of his life. Most of them concerned you. Early on in your career, he realized that while you had a talent for devising armaments, it would never fulfill you. Long before you knew your own mind, he saw that you would be far happier using your knowledge for peaceful purposes. And the thought touched him. He was a changed man for it, though he could not let it show. You blew holes in this place just so you could say this to me? What is it you want, Gaius? I want you at my side, Sid. Take up your father's mantle and become the Empire's lead engineer. It is your destiny. My father had a change of heart. You said so yourself. Besides, I have long known my destiny, and I assure you it lies not with the Empire. A pity. And what of you, adventurer? Will you not consider making common cause with me? With your powers joined to mine, we might do much for this realm. Together, we could bring order to Eorzea and usher in a lasting peace. No? And I can expect no better answer than this? So be it. It was your strength that made me proffer my hand in friendship, and it is your strength that makes me proffer now my blade. Save as an ally, you are too dangerous to be let to remain. That's a weird wording, or I read it wrong. Run, Sid, or stay, it makes no matter. You cannot escape the past. Gaius, wait! Damn it. Alright, I'm actually gonna drop Defiance. I'm gonna go do as much damage as I can. So I am essentially a DPS character in this fight. Alright, it's down. Knowing Gaius, he is headed for the ultimate weapon. If we find him, so too will we find our quarry. With these instruments, we can monitor every nook and cranny in the castrum. I think it's time we divided our forces. Pray go on and give chase. I'll track your movements from here and guide you through the complex. We'll stay in contact via Link Pro. Be careful, alright? You know me. Alright, switching Defiance back on because I might have to take some heat off on some ads or trash. Alright, everybody on the elevator. Alright, now we're going to try and be a little sneaky. Running along the wall here. Slipping through there. And avoid. Oh, looks like you're going to take on this guy. Now we do have to fight these as well. Alright, I'm going to try and take some of these. Probably not all of them. Come on. Who am I targeting? This guy. Alright, so am I getting the identification key? There we go. Alright, very important piece of information. Make sure everybody touches this thing. Otherwise, you'll screw up what happens next. You're now authorized to operate a piece of Magitech armor. Alright, Magitech armor bay. Dropping into the armor. Ah, there she is. I trust you recognize your old friend, Maggie, was it? They must have shipped her from Sentry. Considering all she's been through, it's a wonder she's still operational. Tough old girl. Now that you're suitably armed, you can blast open that bulkhead. The external walkway will take you back there. We kind of ran past that. Follow it till you come upon a way down to the lower level. Alright, here we go. We got two abilities, Magitech Cannon, Photon Stream. It's a great part of this dungeon. Alright, there we go. Through the bulkhead. Sending to the research level. Proto-Ultima Arm Unit. here. Oh, I got knocked back. Got a little too close. Servant Blast Door. That bulkhead is composed of a special alloy, extremely tough. Ordinary fire won't leave a mark, I'm afraid. We need to divert all power to the Magitech cannon, as I did so memorably once before. As you may recall, the armor's cores like to expire from the strain, but there's no help for it if we want to press on. Now listen well, press the control, engage ancillary, and fire away. Don't mind the warning lines. Well, she got the job done. You're a natural at this. Alright, the way's clear, but just you and your own 2 feet now, so be careful. Alright, let's start trying to vote dismiss the person who didn't show up. You have been leaving a fine mess in your wake, adventurer. That's Nero. Is someone there? Garland, old friend, how it warms the heart to hear your voice again after all these years. Nero, is that you? You sound well. It would seem this savage land agrees with you. The highest-ranking tribunus of the 14th. It was you all this time. Tell me, Garland, how long do you intend to keep all the glory for yourself? Oh, what? You've lost me. Don't play the fool with me. Ever since the Academy, I have been condemned to live in your shadow. By all objective measure, I was the more talented of the two of us, and that fact counted for naught beside your privileged birth. You were admired as the young prodigy simply because your father was the great Midas Van Garland. When you defected, I felt sure my star would finally rise. But by disappearing, you acquired the status of a legend, your reputed genius gaining credence merely by dint of your absence. Instead of cursing you for a traitor, the people actually came to think of you more fondly. This day you are still the young prodigy of Magitech. I, meanwhile, have ever been made to feel second-rate, I who have continued to serve our nation faithfully. Whenever I fail to excel, why, it is only to be expected. That when I exceed all reasonable expectations, people proclaim that I walk in the footsteps of the great Sid Nan Bloody Garland. Nero, I don't know what to say. It matters not a whit what I achieve. Your existence has rendered mine worthless. Even Lord Van Balsar saw fit to offer you a place at his side, and this in spite of your betrayal. Did he extend any such offer to me, the man who has remained loyal to him for all these years? Why, no, he did not. Long have I endured this injustice, but no more. Lord Van Balsar is in the midst of activating the fully powered Ultima weapon. It is my magnum opus, the creation that will win me the recognition I am due. I will not let anyone interfere. Nero, what are you... Ever since I first set foot in this benighted land, I have watched you. Every move you have made, every step you have taken. You have felled icons, a feat made possible by the Echo, a peculiar power which shields you from their corrupting influence. It is a little wonder that my lord has taken an interest in you. As have I, if truth be told. It is my desire to harness your power for use in the ultimate weapon. Should I succeed, Lord Van Baelsar will surely take notice. Beside this, Garland's achievements will be as child's play. Come, adventurer, and yield to me the secrets of your power. Alright, turning off Defiance and going DPS. Alright, so there's going to be Magitech Death Claws that... There we go. Hopefully DPS are on it. Looks like DPS are on it. I gotta read fast because these things are on timers. Oh, it's coming for me, but it's dead. This changes nothing. Ah, the ultimate weapon is activated, and it brims with the power of icons. Nothing can withstand its might. Are you alright? What of Nero? Fled? Damn it. In the instant prior to the blackout, the instruments detected a massive power surge from the deepest chamber. Gaius is certain to be there. We have no time to waste. Word arrived from the Alliance short while ago. It seems the Order of the Twin Adder has completed its blockade of Castrum Sentry. What hands they can spare are hastening this way even as we speak, and likewise for the Maelstrom. All that's left is to destroy the ultimate weapon. I should warn you, the chamber which houses the target appears to be saturated with etheric energies. There's bound to be heavy interference. But even if we lose contact, you must go on. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do, alright? Alright, we can sign up with the visor down. I just realized that our entire party is composed of both Lalafell and Al-Ra.
control panel. It'll be somewhere nearby. Take the list down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the Ultima weapon.
So it looks like that they dismissed the guy that didn't show up. And suddenly we have voices, so I don't have to read it anymore.
Keep your eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? How very glib. And do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit. And its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well at Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, everyone. Except but this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me.
Alright, Gaius von Van Baelsar. threat. I think our other tank is... not... pull him out of this stuff. Well, it looks like the other tank is taking over. Alright. Switching out of Defiance mode. Going into damage mode. I guess we're just staying in the blue. Burning him down. Oh man, we didn't even get through his whole mechanic cycle.
I had not thought to be so hard-pressed. Your strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste.
Alright. Straight into the next boss fight.
Allow me, then, hero, to do that which you will not. Witness to the true power of the Ultimo weapon.
Alright, ultimate weapon. Again, gonna let the other tank stay in damage mode. I'm not even sure that in this phase this thing can even be properly tanked. Can't quite remember. Stay out of the green beams. And Heidelin is helping us out in this fight. So every time that he tries to use a one of the powers of one of the primals, it gets stripped away. And that's what you see with the glowing light fills the room. Garuda's powers. Stay away from the edge of the room. And there's Garuda. Alright, Ifrit. From this, and then get away from these. From Titan. Alright, there we go. Oh, Titan's powers got stripped away. Doing more of Ifrit's abilities over there. And there goes Ifrit's powers. Ifrit.
But the Ultima weapon is all-powerful. Why does my enemy still stand? Can her strength truly be so great?
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
Eorzea.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
So, this is what empowers her.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the Hammer of Darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the Shield of Light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
Eorzea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. From the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Hydaelyn. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
Alright, let's get to it. Alright, he's gonna use his laser to put fields on the ground. Just stay away from those. And then there's gonna be little things that spawn around the room. Yeah, stay out of the green stuff. Stay out of the green stuff. Stay out of the glowing blue stuff. Away from that. Magic tech bit. Let's go with this magic tech bit. More Magitech bits. Stay out of the light. Another one of those things coming down up. Alright, now I gotta burn him down before he does his thing. Okay. He's almost dead already.
No! No, no, no! Yeah! Heed me. The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon, the ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man. The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn. Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And naught but the return of the one true god will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence of the primals. Needless to say, both you and your scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive. It is past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
Talks a big game. Let's see if we can back it up. Spoiler. He can't. I'm not even sure he's going to get a chance to do most of his mechanics. Not really that big a deal anyway. There he goes. Well, people are heading out already. But we have a cutscene to watch.
If thou wouldst pierce the shadows, make thee a blade of light.
What?
Alright. Oh, elegant tombstones. Poetics? Okay. Don't really need those. Alright, let's go ahead and head out of here. There might be another cutscene as we leave. We'll see. Yep. Oh, he's still alive. Probably not for much longer.
And so my conquest ends, Cid.
Oh, I can actually control this now. Okay.
In smoke and ashes.
He's toast.
Hear, feel, think. Warrior of light, beloved daughter. The darkness hath fled before the unclosed brilliance of thy spirit. Yet it lingereth still beyond the sight of men, in forgotten corners of the world. In the depths of the abyss yet resideth the Dark One, watchful ever, till this evil be cast out. Never shall the world know aught but a passing peace. Yet for the present, a gentle light shineth o'er the realm of Eorzea. With thee at its heart. From sparkling moat shall it swell to glorious sun, and all the world shall bask in its warmth. Blessings and joy be upon thee. Go forth, my child, and be as a beacon of hope for Eorzea and the lands beyond through all the days of thy life.
My lady, all Twin Adder units have fallen back to the outer perimeter.
The Flames have completed their withdrawal, General.
Admiral, all hands accounted for.
She's still in there.
Cid, has there been no word?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Damnation! She's going to make it, I know she is. Ida is right. We must have faith.
Cid, can they not be evacuated aboard the Enterprise? That adventurer and the Scions are as the Warriors of Light reborn. We cannot abandon them to their fate. Not again.
I wholeheartedly agree, but flying into the midst of that would only add to the fireworks.
There must be something we can do.
Please, Mother Hydaelyn. Please light her way through the darkness.
Look into the light, my child. If thou would see thy companions returned safe to thee, reach out to them now.
There!
Oh!
Yay! Our Warrior of Light.
Yes! The hero returns!
Look! Thancred is with her!
Thank the 12!
Thank Hydaelyn.
Welcome home.
A suitably dramatic escape.
You almost got us killed that one time, remember?
Now, we both know that was your fault.
Thank the 12 we're safe.
Mind your horns there, man-bull.
Ha! Mayhap when you mind your manners.
Though the crystal that bound Thancred is no more, I doubt we can say the same of La Habrea. And even if we could, we know that he is not alone. Confounded Ascians. Their god may be unknown to us, but their zeal is unquestionable. Suffice it to say, it would be folly to assume that they no longer pose a threat. Nevertheless, for now, we must savor what peace we have won, however ephemeral. Do you see, Grandfather? Our first step towards realizing the dream for which you gave your life.
Friends, the dread night of Imperial tyranny and Ascian machination is ended. A new day now begins in Eorzea.
True to their name, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, along with our champion, have delivered us from darkness.
Let their shared victory serve to remind us of our shared history. And let their bravery in the face of adversity inspire future generations.
Doubt not, the realm will need bravery in the days to come. Old rifts threaten to divide us within our walls, while hordes of beastmen claw at our gates. And though the Black Wolf be slain, the rest of the pack remains. Yet no foe need we fear, so long as we stand as one.
So long as the Scions stand for peace.
So long as our champion stands fast. For there exists no adversity over which we may not jointly prevail.
No longer can we turn a blind eye to the suffering of our allies.
No nation stands alone. If one should fall, so shall we all. Eorzea is our shared home. For any one of us to know peace, so too must our neighbor.
Just as we join in solidarity before you this day, so too shall our grand companies be joined henceforth to strive not only for the good of mere nations, but for the good of all the realm.
Change will not come overnight. Yet I foresee a day, not so very far from now, when the lines that divide our lands fade, and all of Eorzea is one.
It has been but 5 short years since the Battle of Cartano. 5 years since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. No victory, however sweet, can wash away our bitter sorrows. No triumph can reclaim those we lost. Yet do not presume you honor them by dwelling on the past. It was not the past they fought for. You would repay their sacrifice by looking to the future.
A future united, as the warriors of light united in the champion.
Now is the time for us to rise as one, bearing all of Eorzea on our shoulders.
5 years ago, Eorzea bore witness to the end of the 6th Astral Era. Now, the 7th Umbral Era draws to a close, yet we come together not to glory in its end, but to mark a new beginning.
Let it be writ that on this day, by the light of the crystal, Eorzea ushered in a new era.
The 7th Astral Era is come! And thus is ours a realm reborn!
Alright, so that was the end of the main quest line for A Realm Reborn at its initial release. So, where we'll be moving here is the series of quests that were released after the game was released on our way to the eventual Heavensward expansion. So what our problem will we do is, we've been running quite a long time, is go ahead, cut here, and when we come back, we will get to work on the continuing primary story. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.